Hello everyone. We're going to find the derivative of y with respect to x using implicit differentiation. We have x plus tan of x times y equals 0. So we're using implicit differentiation because we have both variables, x and y. So we're going to differentiate our x with respect to x. Then we're going to differentiate our tan of xy. And then our 0. All right, so for the x, that just equals, well, you can just see dx divided by dx equals 1. So derivative of x is just going to be 1 plus, now we're going to use the chain rule here. Derivative of tan is secant squared. Then you write your xy. And then we have to multiply it by the derivative of the xy. So let me just write that down for now. So this is going to be times the derivative with respect to x of your xy, your inner function. And then, of course, derivative with respect to x of 0 is just 0. All right, so now we have 1 plus secant squared of xy times, now we're going to write down your x, so that's going to be just x times derivative of y. So it's derivative of y with respect to x. Plus, we write down the y times the derivative of x is just 1. And again, 1 times 1 is 1. All right. So there's that, equals 0. So since we have this dy dx, let's distribute. We have 1 plus secant squared xy times x dy dx plus secant squared xy times y equals 0. So I'm going to group this together and put the x in front here. I'm going to put the y in front here, and I'm going to subtract 1 and this part from both sides. So I'm going to do that on the next slide. So we're going to get, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so we're going to have secant squared of xy times x dy dx, and then I move everything else on the other side, and we're going to have negative 1 minus secant squared xy times y. Now I'll just put the y in front for this because I'm running out of room. All right, now I'm going to divide both sides by this. So I get dy dx equals negative 1 minus y secant squared of xy. All right, divide it by this term, x, I'm going to move the x in front, x times secant squared xy. And that would actually be your final answer. However, you can rewrite this to make it look a little better. We can write this as, move this denominator under each piece. So this would equal negative 1 divided by x secant squared xy minus y secant squared xy divided by x secant squared xy. When you notice something like this, it makes it better if you separate it out, because look what happens here. This just cancels. And then also for this portion here is going to be cosine squared of xy. So you can now rewrite this as negative 1 divided by x, and then write just cosine squared of xy minus y divided by x. You need to know how to write both ways Like I said, this form is fine, but sometimes if you're doing this from a textbook, the answer is going to be written this way, so you need to know how to simplify further. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.